Paul said, not that we are sufficient of ourselves to think anything as of ourselves, but our sufficiency is from God or of God. So let's look at that text. Not that we are sufficient of ourselves. The word sufficient also means ability. Not that we are able of ourselves. It also means efficiency. Not that we are efficient of ourselves to think anything as of ourselves. He says, but our sufficiency, our ability, our efficiency, our effectiveness is from God or of God. So, Paul is not saying we are not sufficient of ourselves. So that's where we are living. I'm not sufficient. I don't have any ability. I'm not able. Hey, it's by the grace of God. I'm not able. It's not me. It's the grace of God. I'm not able. I'm not able. Oh, it's the grace. Because in your mind, grace means I'm worthless. But he quickly moves to say that even though the ability is not coming from us per se, the ability we are using is actually coming from God, meaning we are using an ability that is not self-sponsored but God-sponsored. So Paul is not saying we don't have ability. Paul is saying our ability comes from God. So if Paul didn't believe he had the ability to do what he did, it wouldn't matter that Jesus appeared to him. He wouldn't have amounted to much. Just as some of us think when we have an angelic encounter, our lives will change. It's a lie. If Jesus appears to me, my whole life will turn around. It's not true. People saw him, ate with him, and doubted him. It is faith in his ability in you that will make you count in this earth. When it comes to life on earth, I'm not talking about going to heaven. No. I'm talking about life on earth. If you don't believe in what God has given you, you won't go anywhere. Let me even stretch it a bit. Let me stretch it. Oh, Jesus. Let me stretch it. An atheist who doesn't believe there is God, but believes in what he can do. An atheist. He doesn't believe there is God, but he believes in what he can do. He's not waiting for anybody to come and save him. He's not waiting for anybody to come to his deliverance. He is willing to do what he thinks he can do and knows he can do. That atheist. And a believer who is always in church just praying, believes in God, but doesn't believe that he can do anything based on God's grace in his life, based on God's ability in his life. On this earth, the atheist will live a more quality life than that believer who believes in God, but doesn't believe that God has any ability in him, anything in him that he can do. Please, are you getting that? Yes. So when it comes to earth, life on earth, you need more than just believing in God. You need to believe in God's ability in you. You need to believe in God's grace in you. If you don't believe it, you are not going anywhere.